Hello everyone, I'm Kathryn DeSinaasappelen and welcome back to my channel. Today we're walking through Roeselare. I had to come down here to get some paperwork recognized and I decided to explore a little bit, and I was struck by just how pretty I thought everything was, so I decided to make a video to share the beauty with you guys because I swear, architecture and nature is beautiful. Like, look at this, I want to say tree, but it's not a tree. I think it's just flowers on a pole and it looks like a tree, and I think that's so cool. And look, you can see all the bikes, which is so very Belgian in my opinion. Oh, and then, yeah, see this white cobblestone here? I was walking around and I saw that they have this type of stone that's just littered all over the city, and I think it's so beautiful to have that color difference inlaid in the cobblestone. And what makes that particular one very interesting is that I think it's called shale, I'm not sure, but it's like that surface that, depending on which angle you look at it from, it changes color. And I've never seen that inlaid in a sidewalk, and I just thought it was really pretty. So I don't know who came up with that in Roeselare, but round of applause for you, because it's a really great idea. And this little area where I'm walking on now is for pedestrians only, which is something that you don't see too often in the US when it comes to the downtown area, because we really don't make our cities for pedestrians. We make our cities for cars. And if you'd like to see some Dutch, here's some Dutch for those of you who are learning it and want to practice. And that's, I think, what adds to the beauty whenever you go to another town, not just in Belgium, but in Europe, because they really make the towns accessible to pedestrians only. And so you won't have cars in the way of your enjoyment of a beautiful city like you would in a city in the US. Because there have been times where I was exploring back home and you get a whole bunch of cars, you have to wait at a crosswalk, and I'm not saying that doesn't exist here. It's just normally if you're in the center of town, you're not gonna have that many crosswalks. Or if you do, you're not gonna really have to worry about cars, because normally in the center, you have pedestrians only and cars are limited. And just for the record, that is something that they voted on over here, and more people want the centers of cities to be pedestrian only and cars limited, because one, it helps with the environment and keeping the air clean, and two, it keeps the city prettier. Because as you can see, this road has car access and all the cars are blocking the pretty buildings, and there are some pretty buildings here. The architecture is so nice. And this was a nice day because it wasn't really warm yet and it wasn't cold, but like, look at that building, and there's a balcony. Okay, the next one, yeah, not that great because, well, they're doing construction, but I'm sure once the construction's done, it's gonna be prettier. I mean, look at that one next to it. I mean, yeah, it's really thin, and you see buildings like that a lot in Belgium where they're just super thin. Like, that actually looks like it would be big. But did you see the balcony on the second floor? That little, oh gosh, no, what would it be called in English? I think like a window seat area. I can English still. But this is Roeselare. I thought it was very pretty. Oh, I like that balcony there on the second floor of the red building. Architecture just makes me so happy. You know, I know some people go to foreign countries because like of language or history. I like traveling the world for architecture because it's so stunning, and it blows my mind just like how different and expressive we can be as a people through our architecture depending on where we live. And this is going to be our final stop, which is the park in front of the church, I guess you could say, because I think the building to the right, this is my right, yeah, is a church. I'm guessing that based on the fact that it looks like a church. It might not be. But I thought this was a pretty area too, and the sidewalk is just, it's pretty. Oh, and if you want to know, the little yellow flags there surrounding the statues with the, it's a lion, I found that out. That's the arms, coat of arms for the Flanders side. And apparently there's like a history of it, because if you have a certain color scheme with the flag, it's actually really offensive towards people in Wallonia, which is the French-speaking side. But this was Roeselare. I hope you guys enjoyed our little walking tour, and you'll have to tell me what you thought in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Tot ziens, my appelziens.